is streaming on multiple platforms. So I believe YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, possibly some others. So I can't see comments, so I have my walkie-talkie, and Evan's going to tell me if anybody's commenting or has any questions. So you might hear him coming over my walkie-talkie, and that's how I'll be able to answer questions. So, but we had a crazy amount of rain last night and today. It's actually sunny now, which it wasn't supposed to be. We had a lot of erosion issues today, and so far we've brought in several tons of the giant, bigger rock boulder type things to fill in the erosion in one area where it literally would have cut off access to the goats that eroded in front of their the goats and the donkeys that eroded in front of their gate. So we had to step about 2.5 feet down to go in and feed them and everything. So we had that delivered today to go ahead and take care of that. So right now I'm out. I'm going to flip this in a minute. I'm out visiting the babies, Mr. Harry and Mr. William. Let's see if we can flip this around. There's William. Hi, William. Hey, boy. What are you doing? What are you doing? Here's a sweet boy. And there's Harry. There's Harry. Yes. Oh, my goodness. You're such a good boy. You're such good boys. Yes. Harry. So we're really excited because these two will be moving into a bigger area soon with Alberta. So they have really bonded with her. Alberta is in our senior area, which is William and Harry's smaller pen since they were babies is adjacent to it. So them and Alberta, who is also a big pig, have really bonded. And Alberta actually is a senior. If you remember, she was one of our she was actually the first diagnosed case of West Nile in a pig in the U.S. Damage on her front leg, some nerve damage, so she has a limp. So she can't be with her because their area is super rolling hills and wooded. So she's seniors, and she hasn't really bonded super close to any of the potbellies. But when these guys came in, she started laying down and napping right next to their fin, and then they would come over and lay down next to her. So they've met together on a couple occasions, and they're doing really well. So we thought we'll have a little family in a bigger area, and it's flat for Alberta. And these babies will actually have a mommy. Right now is I think my hand is mommy. So I know. See, we didn't get to have a mommy. Okay. Evan says we have a question. Was the question over?
So, Donna wants to know, where is Lime over?
Lime is way down the alley, so I have to leave these sweet babies to go see her. You say bye-bye. You say bye-bye, everybody. You say bye-bye, everybody. They are so awesome. It's so funny because Harry, the ginger, was super shy initially. You know, they were only a week and a half old when they arrived, so he was really shy, and I've just been shocked that all of a sudden he just came out of his shell, and he is so friendly and just constantly wants attention. He loves playing. And William is the more chill of the two, I've noticed. He's a little more laid back. And William's kind of the boss. So, walking down the alley now, going to see Miss Lime. So, Lime, to tell everybody that story. So, Donna was our first adopter from Operation 458 when we worked to help rescue the 550 pigs in Kentucky. And she adopted Lemon. And it's so funny because I sent her a picture of a little girl here, and I was like, every time I see her, I think this is Lemon's twin. So once we're up and operating again as far as the pandemic goes, Miss Lime is going to join Miss Lemon. So she'll have Lemon and Lime. Do I see her in there? There she comes. There she comes. Hi. What you doing? Say we were sleeping. You woke us up and you don't even have food. Yes. Y'all are being fussy. Being fussy. You hanging out with Chance? Hanging out with Chance? Huh? Are you hanging out with Chance, girl? Such a pretty girl. She's such a pretty girl. She's so funny. Yes. So we spent a lot of time together the last week as we had some limbs down from a previous storm, so I was cutting those up. But
Hey, I got some comments over.
these are the Kentucky youth, except for Chance, which I can tell his story. You said you have some comments over?
Yes, we have some people saying that the babies are getting really, really big.
The babies are getting big.
Lauren said we're doing a great job. Thank you so much, Lauren.
Thank you.
Also, Donna said she is so stinking adorable. So.
She is super cute. Look at these guys. Y'all are so funny. So that's Chance. Chance was in with the larger Kentucky herd, and he's actually not a youth. So he kept starting fights with all the boys and getting beat up. So we put him in with the babies when they were a lot younger, and there was no arguing or fighting. And about the same time, Maria had recovered from her spay, and we put her in with the babies so they'd be a little easier on her while she continued her recovery. And her and Chance, she and Chance bonded like immediately, so they've been like the mom and dad over here to all the babies. So cute. But, yeah, he doesn't fight with any of them and did not fight with Maria. So, unless someone decides to adopt Chance and Maria together, they will be staying here with us. Since they've bonded so closely, they would have to go together. Plus, he could not go to a home with another pig because we don't know if he would start fights. Because you're naughty, but you're awfully cute. And he's not naughty to humans. He's sweet to humans. He just thinks he wanted to be boss. But could not do it. And would not back down. But hope everybody's having a good evening. I'm glad to see the sunshine. It was crazy today. I took some videos. I mean, this alley looked like a river. It was crazy, and it washed out the end at this gate too, which I filled back in and regraded this out today. And we're working on getting a new drainage system in, but that requires concrete, which means it can't be raining, and it's supposed to rain every day this week too. So basically like a ditch system down the alley to route the water so it doesn't wash anything out. And these two boys are getting socialized. They're staying here with us. This is, that's Neil Patrick. And say, I'm getting a little better. And then that's David. And so they had trouble gaining weight, so we've isolated them to help socialize and then make sure that they got to a healthy weight, which they're looking so much better. That's Miss Lily coming out of the barn. She also needed some help keeping weight on. She was the first mommy from Kentucky. So Lily's staying with us too. And they've become very good friends in here. And Lily's doing wonderful. She's super, super, super sweet. So you have to tell David and Neil to be sweet like you. Yes. Hi, baby. Hi, baby. Hi. I should have treats. I should have treats. I should have treats. You should always have treats.
Josh,
Yes. Oh, sorry. Yes, over.
show everybody the new rocks that we actually put down today so they know what
Oh, yeah.
happened with some of the erosion lately.
Okay, yeah. We'll walk down and see part of the area that we had the erosion and then where we filled in the rocks. That was Ashley back there behind us. She's our daily caretaker. So she was out there pooper scooping. Down here, some of the geese. The pond is right on the other side of the bright yellow trailer over there. So some of the geese hang out up here because they know we come up here and feed. So these guys landed on the pond and decided to stay. That's the pond out there. So in front, this is the donkey area. We have, Oreo the donkey, Chester the mule, Garth and Waylon and Betty, who are goats, and Miss Louise the sheep. So this is where we had the major washout. So we filled this in. This actually had a drain running through it that just was not enough. And so we filled that in with stone. And then this whole area, this entire side of the gate, all the way over to see where the stones end. And then they go down into there. So this is actually about 2.5 feet worth of stone that I'm standing on now, deep. Close the gate. And this is what eroded today. So under all the sand that washed out, someone had filled in erosion with old pallets. So I pulled those out for the stones to go on, most of those out. But yeah, you can see where we still have to get more, but now we have good access for the gate in their areas. And then up here, this will be that area, and this area will be the next where we need to fill in. But they have a lot of still flat and then rolling hills down to the pond, so a lot of area that they access. And then actually the goats and Louise, they're funny, they'll nap in these little crevices, I think because it's cooler. Hey Oreo. Hey Garth. Mr. Waylon, getting your hay. There's Louise and Chester. Oh, there's Betty way over there if you see a speck of white. But yeah, that was the biggest erosion we had today. We had a little bit up near the front of the fence too, and I filled that in so that it didn't compromise the fence. But this actually is where we're going to run. I've left the hole in the middle because we're actually going to run the ditch down the side with concrete. And then that will route the water down to the pond, actually. The Kentucky piggies are lucky because their area is pretty super flat and everything just kind of washes through there and comes down to here. One of the issues is that this is our road right on the other side of that gate, and they actually don't have the first place I've ever seen in my life. The dirt roads here don't have ditches, so the road essentially is the ditch. So the water flows down the road, and I've built up the driveway, and I actually built it up even more today and just made a huge road hump, I don't know if you can see that, to try to keep the water from flowing into the property quite as much. So, but yeah, it flows down the road like a ditch. It's pretty crazy. And then the single ladies, actually we're in the process of creating a new area for them because they had a lot of erosion in their area, and while they can navigate it, you know, we just don't want them to have to. So find them a little flatter area over here is where they will be. So that'll be done this week too. But I think that's about it. Hope everybody enjoyed it. Hope you're doing well. Hey, Chakra. Hey, Chakra. Hey, James. Hey, buddy. Hi, buddy.
Hey, Josh.
And, hold on. Let's see what this is. Yes, over.
To remind everybody about the super special auction this weekend. We're returning with the auction.
Oh, cool. Yes, I didn't even know that. I've been working all day. The auction returns this weekend, so we'll have a really special one. Let me flip this back around. We'll have a special auction this weekend after 2 weeks off, so check that out. You can find the group on our Facebook page. We have an auction group. You can join the group. Always a lot of really cool items in there, and 100% of the proceeds from the auction come back to the animals here at Cotton Branch and to help us enrich their lives, keep them happy, keep them healthy, keep them safe. So we appreciate that. But yeah, Cotton Branch auction for the animals. And apparently there's one more thing. Yes, over.
Someone wants to see Alberta before you go.
Oh, I better move then. Alberta. I bet she's sleeping in her house. So, our walkie-talkies, this is how we keep up with each other on the farm too, because sometimes, especially with the rain, it's hard to carry your phone with you, or you don't hear it. There's Alberta. She's over there sleeping. So, after dinner, snoozing. Oh, and Lucy. So Lucy is like the tiniest pig over here, and she's the biggest bully over here. And she's she bosses Alberta around, but she's determined for Alberta to still be her BFF. So here they are, and Lucy kind of forces herself to sleep with Alberta every night, whether Alberta wants it or not. Hey girl, what are you doing? You say hello? Say hello. She's sleepy. She's such a good girl. Yeah, she's such a good girl. I know you want to belly rub. You want a belly rub? I saw that. I saw that. I hear you, Lucy. You can have a belly rub too. Say, yes, I love the bellies. Yes, I love my bellies. Yes, I love my bellies. Alberta is one of the sweetest girls in the world, aren't you? Aren't you, baby? Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Lucy. 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 See, we get grumpy when we're napping and you bother us. So funny. All right, Miss Alberta, you want to say bye? G99? G99 from Alberta? Huh? All right. Thanks so much, everybody. I hope everybody has a great evening. And again, check out the auction Saturday. And then we will